Hi, this is Toady. Thank you for clicking on my video to watch. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to talk to you about a Mother's Day project. So I've been creating 9x9 boxes, shadow boxes with Mother's Day themes on them. So I thought I would show you a couple that I've made, and then I was going to walk you through one, and so I hope you'll enjoy it. So so this is wood. It's a 9x9 white frame, and you can pick them up at Michael's. Usually they're about $6 or $7. There's always something on special, or you could get 40% off, it seems like. But anyway, so I use a piece of cardboard that's 9x9 inches, and I'll show you what it looks like. But with the 12x12 set we get at Stampin' Up, it usually comes with a piece of cardboard. So I just cut this cardboard 9x9, and it will fit inside this frame. And then we build everything on this cardboard, and so that you could in theory just switch it out if you wanted to. I like the 8x8 size. A lot of people do 12x12s, or this one's 9x9, I'm sorry. I like 8x8, 9x9 because you could do multiples fairly easy, like for the walls, and you could easily do like spring, summer, fall, and winter at 4, and they wouldn't be that huge on a wall. And anyway, so that's what I started doing these. But you know, you could always do a 12x12 and do one every month if you want. But anyway, so this one is for Mother's Day, and so I built it with the letters and did some coloring, and so I did purples and greens in this one, just some bling in here. So anyway, so that's that. And so whenever I make a gift, I always try to make a card and a gift tag that goes along with it. So that's what I've done here. So I just wanted to show that to you. So that's one of them. And then I've done one in blue. I love this color. And so you'll see, this is the gardenia, but, or the magnolia, I'm sorry. It's a magnolia, but I've just done all that color. And this one is the same, the card, patches and a tag. So that's blues. I did this one in peach. You can see the differences in peach. That one's in peaches and greens. And again, I've got the tag and the card. So these are, so what I'm going to do tonight is similar, but not exactly the same. I'm going to use the painted poppies. And so I've got everything cut out, and some of it's put together in the interest of time, but I'm going to go through it with you. And then I'm not necessarily going to give, I'm not going to give you exact measurements, because I could put them on the entry later, but it really, for me, it's kind of fun just to create it as you go. So you could use any set that you have, or just a combination of sets. But you'll see how I'm doing it. I think it'll click. So this is a 9x9. So we're using the Peaceful Poppies DSP, and we're going to be using the Rich Razzleberry, and we're using some Poppy Parade and some Old Olive and Blackberry Bliss. So one common thing you'll see here is that all of the pieces are ending with the same color. Now you don't have to do that. I just chose to do that because I just wanted it to look more uniform, but I like to do things differently all the time. So the other ones that I did were different than this. So this is multiple pages, and then this has some what's it called? So it'll lift them up. I'm sorry, it's escaping me. It's been one of those days. So that's that. And we'll just start to put this together. So this one, it's kind of like watercolored. I stamped it in the Memento ink, and then I just did some watercolor over it to kind of make it look kind of like the papers. And then this one, I stamped it with some gold just to give it a little bit of bling. And then I made up some of these little flowers, and we will put those. I haven't decided where they're going to put them, but they're going to go on. They're going to go in this frame. And so then this one I did, You Are Amazing, and I just edged it in gold, and that's going to pop that up right there. So that's that. So this is it's from the Peaceful Poppies, and the other side, I love the other side. It looks like, the watercolor. And so this is the Peaceful Poppies set. And if you haven't seen it, it comes with lots and lots of different all of them are just gorgeous. As said, you'll see the back sides. Like this one has green stripes, which I've used in some of my other boxes, which I really love. Looks like tall grasses to me. I love this color. The purple dots I've used, they're just beautiful. I mean, this one I've used, so you can see that I'm kind of hooked on them. And this the green. I hadn't used the green, so I thought, oh, tonight I'll use the green. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is find my piece of cardboard. Okay, so here's the piece of cardboard, and I already cut it at 9 by 9. Okay, and it will fit in the frame. If you cut it to 9 by 9, it will fit. And so I did that. And then, so what I do is I glue it onto this piece of cardboard instead of gluing it onto the actual frame, so that you could change it out if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do with this one, though, is I like to use, where is it? I used to like to use this tape, this tear tape, because it's just a little bit sturdier, I think, and I don't want it to, especially here, because it's kind of moist here sometimes in the summer, especially, so it's kind of sweaty, and I don't want anything to come loose on these, so I just like to use the tear tape because it makes it just stay down a little better. So, but you could glue it, or whatever adhesive you like. This has been working for me, so I hope you guys are doing well tonight. And let's see, put this one across here. Cool. I don't want it to come off. But anyway, I kind of ventured into the shadow box thing because I was like, okay, well, I've seen lots of people do them, and I thought, they're also measured, and it seems like, everything is so exact on them, and that's not me most of the time. And so I don't know, I just like to play with it and see what, which ones of the dies and stamps speak to me, and then I just try to fit those in. And so that's how I've been doing it. So I don't have like all 3x3 squares or 2x2 or any of that stuff. But to each his own. I really just wanted to encourage you guys to, get a 9x9 frame or whatever, and just play with it. But the cardboard is amazing. It just really makes it easier, something sturdy to work with. So when I discovered that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to throw that. I hate to throw something like that out. I was like, when I saw the cardboard, I'm like, I'm not going to throw that out because I know it's going to come in handy. So then when I started doing these, I thought, oh, well, that will work. Because the first couple ones that I did some Christmas ones, and I glued them on to the board. And I thought, okay, well, it's Christmas. People are probably just going to, put them out for Christmas, and then they'll put them away. So, I could just glue it down. It's not like they're going to use the frame again. And then when I started doing the spring buds, that's when it hit me to use the cardboard. Okay, so here we are with this. So I usually try to line it up at the top and then kind of eyeball it and see. It looks pretty good. And then I just rub it really good, and then take my bone folder and go over it. And the first little edge right around here you can't see anyway, so you kind of have to bring your things up to it. Okay, so
this is Mom. So I used Mom on all of them. So there, Stamp It Up has some large letters. And the only ones I've used is M-O-M. M-O-M. But anyway, so these are great. So I just, I cut out this DSP. The DSP design series paper is thin. It's much thinner than our regular paper. So I initially wanted to back it up because I just thought, you know, it would just hold up better. And then, so in the interest of time, I went ahead and put the MOM on. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, though, is this one's bowed a little bit. So I'm going to put some Terra tape on it just because I want to keep it down flat. And this will work. But then I'll finish it with you so you could get an idea. I just love these. You know, I keep thinking of all the ways that you could use these little frames. We have more windows than walls in our house, and so we don't have enough space really to put a lot of artwork on. So it's really precious space. So using the 9x9 makes perfect sense for us because space comes to a premium when it comes to this. And so I paint as well. And so some of the paintings I've done are really skinny and narrow because that's all that would fit on the wall. So I've been playing around with it. But these, I think the people that get them will like them. Okay, so I pulled this up because I'm going to go ahead and put it because I know where it's going to go. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit because I don't want it to hit. So this Terra tape will be perfect. So I'm going to put this here. Bob is here. And so these, I mean, you could do it however you like, but this is the designer series paper. And you can see that it's pretty thin. What I like to do is kind of off. You could cover it. I kind of like to offset it a little like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get some of our Tabo, and I'll do that real quick, and so you can see how I do it. And I want to encourage you to go out and get one of these frames. A couple weeks ago, well, you could get them online now. No, we can't go to the store, but Michael's had them buy one for $22, and you get 2 free. So they ended up being, okay, that's not going to work. So they ended up being about $7 something a piece, and even when they just sell them individually, they're still about that price. So usually around $7 or so. So that's not too bad for a 9x9. And I like them because they're a little deeper than some. I have some 8x8s that aren't quite as deep, and I really like these. I've used them quite a bit. It's kind of fun, but you know, if it's a little crooked, you don't really notice it. Because, anyway, Bob's going to just be so excited when she sees it. She won't say, you know, that was off just a tiny bit. Oh, it won't matter. She'll be so excited that you made something for her. Okay, that's the ib. The first ib, and then here's the O. I'm going to put that on. I just love them. So I thought it would be fun to come on and show it to you. I mean, I could do a longer class. Put something in comments if you want me to. I will do a longer class and cut it out and give you all the measurements, and I'd be happy to. Or, you know, if we could actually get together, you could come over to my house and make them. But right now we can't do that. So I'm coming to you on a video. But please feel free to write me some comments or write me an email and ask me questions. And I love to share what I'm doing and encourage you in what your crafty stuff. I think that it is wonderful, and especially now where you might be homebound and you could work on, you know, you could do some birthday gifts or some Christmas gifts or whatever. And I would be happy to talk to you about some products that Stamp It Up that would work well for you. So there's Bob. Okay, so now this one I love that this is just the DSP, and I love this piece because see how the water, it just kind of looks like watercolory and everything. Watercolory, I don't know if that's a word, but I just fell in love with it, and I thought, okay, I don't have to do anything really fancy with it. So I'm just going to put some more Terra tape on this because, and you don't have to use Terra tape, but for some reason, I think tonight it's going to hold up better. What did I do with it? I had it. Here it is. I feel a little bit scattered. It's been a long day. And my allergies are much, much, much better, but it rained like the dickens tonight. So I'm hoping it washed all that freaking pollen away because I went out to on a walk with the dogs, and probably only got like maybe 15 minutes, and I came back in the house and I was completely clogged up from just being out there that short of a time. So the weather has been just wonderful, but I'm trying not to go out there as much. Anyway, the Terra tape takes a little bit longer, but like I said, some of these are curling up, and I don't want them to, I'd rather just do this now than to have to worry about it later. So I don't know if there's some humidity or something, but I'm just using the Terra tape because it will definitely hold it down. Okay. So I pulled it a little bit of ways away from the side because I don't want it to be covered up whenever I put it in the frame. So I just bring it over. So I try to leave space in between, and you'll see some that are like exact everywhere. And maybe some of mine are, but a lot of times they aren't. So this one I'm going to put here, but I'm going to use some dimensionals. That's what they are, dimensionals. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on this part. I did this earlier. I cut it out, and then I edged it with some of the purple, and I stamped it from Let's Celebrate You. So I like using all these. I just didn't want to try to cut anything out tonight and take up too much time. I don't know. It kind of gets tedious when you're watching on the video, and if you've been doing this stuff before, you know how to do that part anyway. So, and if not, I would be happy to do a little video and show you, because it is cool. But I did it the other day and it shook my whole table, and then it shows up. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I hate to cover that up, but I'm gonna do it right here. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so what was I doing over here, Tony? Okay, I was doing that. Then let's see, I'm doing this one here. And, oh, no, that's there. What's going on here? Oh, the Happy Mother's Day is going there. Oh, these are going there. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the Happy Mother's Day. I put this on, glued this on, just because it's so many little pieces. I didn't want it to, to be fragile. So I just glued it on, and it takes a little bit of time to get all that stuff on, so I didn't want to do it on camera. But I wanted to set up. So this is part of it. So when you cut this out, you cut it out, this piece is just there. And so I like to use it. So I just put some gold around it, and then the Happy Mother's Day. This Happy Mother's Day comes from the Celebrate, comes from the Dress to Impress, which I've been using that one a lot. But anyway, so I like the Mother's Day. That's what, see? Okay, so that's there. And then this one's gonna go here. This one's gonna go here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that one down. And it looks okay, so I'm just gonna, nope. I'm gonna go ahead and keep using Terra tape because I wanna make sure that it stays. But if you made one of these, I would love to see pictures. So if you see me, send me pictures of what you've done. But you know, I'm going to do a Father's Day one too. I'm going to do one. I did one with the water, the boat and the water and everything, and the lighthouse and everything for a friend's birthday, and she loved it. But I want to do another one because I only did the one. But I'm not going to do it exactly because that was a gift. But I'll do one similar to it. And I don't know, they just, if you can personalize them to what someone's hobbies are or something they really enjoy, it's kind of nice. And I like the 9x9s because, like I said, they don't take up as much space. So you're not as committed. You know, a lot of us have so much stuff on our walls that we... And these actually they're small enough that they'll actually sit like a bookcase or something. They don't even have to hang, but they have a nice hanger on the back, but you don't even have to hang them. They're small enough that you could sit them. Okay, so this one is gonna go right here. I'm gonna move it over here a little bit. You'll see later why. Okay, that looks good. And then we will put this one down here. And then we're gonna do some coloring because I want to show you a technique that I used and I like it, and I think you will too. It's kind of fun. I might have showed it to you in one of my other videos. I was having trouble with the video that it's actually posted on YouTube, but the one I did the other day, I'm reposting it because it went the wrong direction and I had to get this editing software, and I'm not much of a techie, so I've been struggling with that. But earlier this evening I was working on that and I'm waiting for it to download, but I think I finally got it. I had to bring in a friend who told me about the software, so walked me through how to actually fix it so I could actually do it. So now it's starting to make a little sense to me, and I'm gonna do it. Okay, so I should have that one up later tonight, hopefully. So this one's gonna go here. So this one I rounded the edges. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. Stampin' Up! Has this little one, and it does rounded corners. Oh my gosh, I used to cut them all. And then you could cut papers in this one, and so. But anyway, it rounds the corners. So I decided to do a little something different here. So I rounded the corners on both of them. So anyway, if you haven't discovered that, I don't know. Someone told me about it because some things I need to go through the catalogs on a video because some things just escape. I don't know. For me, they just kind of escape me, and I've looked at those catalogs so many times, but they just, I don't know. There's just so much in them. So that's that. See that? Okay. So the last thing we have to do is put this down, and I'll go ahead and stick that down, and then we're gonna figure out where we want to put these poppies because I was playing with them, but everything keeps coming off the board when I was trying to put them on, and every time I would put something on, I would knock something else off the board. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait when I'm on camera, and I'll put them there. I'll make a decision and put them where they're gonna go. So that's what's gonna happen. We'll just decide this is where it's gonna go, and this is where it's gonna go. Okay, and then we have to add some ribbons, make some bows, add some ribbons. Okay, and then we're gonna make the card and the tag, and I have all that stuff cut out. I just want to show you how I did it. I think it's really nice to have a coordinated card and a gift tag. It's just I don't know. It's just really, really special. I did that for all of our Christmas presents too. We don't do a lot of Christmas presents, but the family was all here this year, and it was so nice. Everybody was here. Pardon me. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of center this one like here. Okay, there. Okay, so make sure you can see that. Okay, yeah. So then I have all these different flowers. These. I haven't done a lot with this set, but you know, growing up, I really loved poppies. My granddad used to have poppies growing in the yard, and they were just so pretty the way they're all like wispy and everything. The plant, and then it comes up, and it's just beautiful. Okay, so I was thinking about putting. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like that. I'm just gonna go with it, and then we'll see how it works. I was thinking about putting him like right here. I don't want him too close to the edge because I don't want him to get caught. And then I was going to do another one over here. Make sure you can still see what I'm doing. This poppy suite, oh my gosh. There's just so much going on with it. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. 2 different colors. Just such a... I was going to use some of the red, but it was just so bright, so I just put it on here. Okay. There's that. Okay, so that one I want to put a thing here. Here. Let's see, where's it gonna go? Like here, 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 here. Yep, that's where I want it. So I'm gonna put another one right here. Okay, I'll do those 2. Let's see if I need another one. Okay, that's good. That one. Okay. Just gonna put a little glue on the hip, stick him down in here, like this. Cool. And then I'm going to do something with him. Okay, that looks good. A little glue in there. Okay, now I'm gonna put this one here. Okay, perfecto. You're like, Tony, why did you put that other piece of stuff down there? Because I wanted it to come out. I just wanted it to be like it was there for real. Okay, so let's see if I could get this one in here. Yep, perfecto. So anyway, I want to show you how I'm painting these things, but I wanted to put this down so you can see it. I love it. I hope you do too. I'll get this thing out of the way. I don't know, I've got that cord on my phone. Okay, so that's that. I'm not going to use this one, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Okay, so then what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to set this over on the side, and I'm going to take out the, well, no, I'm going to finish this, because if I finish this, then we'll be done. Okay, so I'm going to use, where is it, some of this ribbon. It's called Whisper White, and it's a Whisper White color, and it's a polka dot tool. And so I'm going to pull out my trusty trusty bow maker and make a bow or two. We'll take this. It goes over and under and over and around and through. Goodness gracious, here we go. This ribbon is gorgeous, just gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna cut, if I can find my snips, there they are. I'm gonna cut some of this now. I like to cut it while it's still in the rack because it just seems easier to me. I don't know. It's probably just 6 of one, half does the other. Anyway, so that's that. Is that pretty? Okay, so we're gonna stick him somewhere. Let me get a glue dot. Glue dot. Where's my... Dang it, here it is. You would think, I don't know, it's just difficult to try to like, get everything in the right place and then I move something and then I can't find it again. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to stick this one like, nope. Not there. Here maybe. Nope. I'll stick it here. Okay. And then I'm going to make another one. This ribbon is out of stock right now, but it is beautiful. And I have, thank God I have a couple rolls of it. So I just fell in love with it when it first came out. So I was like, okay. Some things you just know, you just know you're going to use them. And this ribbon is one of them because when I just first saw it, I'm like, okay. I mean, think about snowflakes or something, but for me, I was like, okay, I can see it. It's going to be something I want to use. So I do. And I've been noticing lately that other people use it as much. So I guess it's just universally loved by everybody. So this one I'm going to stick over here. And I'm going to do one more. Let's see. See if I can see how this one looks on here. This is a wider, thicker ribbon, so I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. Wider, thicker ribbon. Oh, it'll... See, I'm all scrunched up trying to do this. Okay. It's beautiful. I love this poppy ribbon. It's so pretty. But it's thicker than what I usually use. For my projects, for my cards, I don't usually use it, but it's just really pretty poppy braid. So, it's really pretty. Textured weave. Okay, so... this one. Is that pretty? I like that one a lot. Let's see, where can we put it? You are amazing. I think there. Probably gonna take 2 glue dots though, because it's pretty big. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, now, there we go. Fits in that little hole right there. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this over so you can see what it does. So this is the frame, and it comes with this little, so you want to put it this way, so you want to put it in, make sure you put it in right. But this is padded, so you could use it to put like pins or something. I leave this on because there's still plenty of room for this. Because see, it's got this little wooden thing, which you could take out if you didn't want, but it's a spacer, so it makes it set back more. And then let's see, how does it look? Looks good, I think. So then you just put this in like this, and let me look at it again. and then you just put these down. So you could, because of the way it's thicker, like maybe almost 2 inches, it will set up by itself just fine. But look at that. Wouldn't your mom love that? Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna do the other things because we have a couple other things to do. And quick like a buddy, we'll do those. So here's the card, and I cut the card out. So it has You're Simply Wonderful. So we've got a white cardstock, they're the rich raspberry. So I'm gonna glue that on quickly. And these are standard size cards, so they're not anything unique about it. And then it's 1/4 inch border that goes all the way around. Standard size. There's that. And then, isn't that pretty? So this is the same paper that's on the inside. So I love the layers and the colors. Even though we're going to mostly cover this up, you'll see in a minute. It's still there. You can still see that the green is there. So it's really nice. Okay, so that's that. And then this is You're Simply Wonderful. We're going to pop that up, a couple of these. Oops. A couple more. Okay. These little rascals are all over the place. Okay, so once they're on there, you don't want to try to take them off. Okay, so then this I just kind of center up here, like this, and then this is just stamped on with the Memento ink, and then I'm going to. I was telling you guys about this before. I've got my aqua painter, and it has rubbing alcohol in it, 91%. I don't think it matters, but I just happen to know that it was 91% because I'm looking at it. And so I'm going to use these 3 colors. And so we'll do, so when you're doing this, if you squeeze down here, put pressure down here, it transfers ink onto this part. And so really, you see this okay? Yep. So I just take a little bit of this, a little alcohol, and then you just kind of play with it. You know, you want it to be a little messy. You don't really want it to be, for this particular technique, because you don't really want it to be too messy. I mean, you don't really want it to be too exact. Then you can just go back and take some darker and put it there like that. This is fun. I love it. Okay, that's enough of that. So that is the poppy red. And then I just clean it off a little bit here. And then we'll do the purple. I've already squeezed these because I didn't want it to not work when I was doing it with you. A little bit. Then a little bit of purple. Go back, put some more darker in. It's kind of fun. Then I kind of run it in a little bit together. It's kind of ruddy. Is that cool? Let's go back and do some darker. Some more dark in here. You could do this with your kids too. You know, people would just be so excited about this. They'd be like, how did you do that? Don't tell them. Just make them wonder. Say, I don't know. I just figured it out. Okay, so then the green, I just kind of like play with the green. Earlier when I was doing it, I don't know, somehow I got a darker color in with my green, and I wasn't happy with that, but it looks good. It's not watercolor paper. It would probably look better if I did that, but I just haven't taken the plunge and bought watercolor paper. So anyway, this works okay for me, and let's get me by. Okay, so is that cool? It's done. Just we'll let it sit there for a minute, and we'll do our gift tag, and then we'll. So I did I cut everything. So now for the gift tags, I think I told you before. The this one I really love, and no, not this one. I love that one, but that's not the one. This one, because you can do a 2-inch, a 1.5, and a 1-inch out here. Okay, so I usually do the 2-inch and the 1.5, but I kind of did a 1 this time. So I've already cut them. So this is the 2-inch, and then I do by 4 inches. So this is 2 inches wide here, and then I do 4 inches, and I put it in to cut it. Okay, and then the same thing. This one is 1.5, and I do 4 inches, and then I like to put that in too and do it, just because. Okay, so then all I do here is just glue it. So glue on it, and in the interest of time, I'm not gonna put the white because I didn't cut it, so I won't put the white on it tonight. But normally I put white on the back for a gift, but I'm not sure who I'm going to give this one to. I might sell it. So if you're interested in buying it, you could just leave me a note. It will be $30 with the with everything, and then whatever it costs to ship it to you. So here is this. So I don't always put 3 on, but I just wanted to get that green in there, and I think it looks really cool. So then I'll put dimensionals on here. I'm going to cut this in half because it's kind of big. I don't want it to extend over. Put this one here, this one in the middle, and then I'll do one more. Cut a little piece of this off here. Okay. Put that there. Okay. To me, just a little bit of attention to detail, and it just, it makes it pop. It's really pretty. So they just put this here. And then I cut some of that ribbon, and I always do 6 inches of ribbon. And then I just kind of point it so it'll go through the hole. And then I go in for the back. I don't know why, it just works for me. I always do that. So they all look the same. I guess if you just went in for the front, but I just want them all look the same. In case someone notices, uniformity is important to me. Okay, so I think I had it planned. There it is. Isn't that cool? And then later on, I'll just put a piece of white on here, because then you could write to, from, whatever. And so there. Okay, so let's put some glue on this and finish this one off, and then we'll be done with our card. So anyway, if you like it, definitely leave me some notes or leave me a comment or something. I'd love to hear from you. Let's see. I did this one. I forgot I was going to put, I should have done it at the same time. I'm going to put some more on this one, because I have to say Mother's Day on this card, because it doesn't say that. Okay, Mother's Day. There we go. Anyway, this Mother's Day comes from the set called Dress to Impress. And I did a demo of that one. It's on my page. A card that turns. We would do it. Those little cards lately. I've got quite a few of them. And I really enjoy doing them. I like things that move. So here we're going to put... Here, we're going to put this down here. Mother's Day. Isn't that cool? Well, here's the whole project again for you. So there's the card and the gift tag. And then here's the box. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a good evening or day or whatever you're watching this. And God bless. And I'll see you again. Thank you.